It has finally arrived. The Dewalt Cultivator / Rototiller attachment, ideal for gardens, or flower beds, or whatever else your mind desires. Let's put it to the test and see how well it performs, and if it's actually worth it to buy one of these Dewalt Cultivator attachments. Let's take out a box and see what it's all about. Now, I went ahead and purchased this item online. It arrived in this box. It does not appear damaged in any way. And then essentially, this whole piece comes out just like that. This one seems like there's no instructions. Oh wait, the instructions are in the bag. So we'll throw the box over there. Now, once you go ahead and actually take the item out of the box, this is what you're kind of left with. The instructions will be taped onto the shaft of the attachment. It looks like there's 4 blades, which is pretty standard for a lot of these smaller rototillers or cultivators. Now keep this in mind, this is simply an attachment. This isn't the whole setup. So if you're going out and buying this and thinking you're going to get a Dewalt power setup cultivator rototiller for under $200, it's not true. You will need to go out and buy the rest of the machine. So for me, it is a Dewalt 60-volt string trimmer that this can fit on, and then also I believe there's also a 60-volt Dewalt edger that this attachment will go on. If you look at the box, you'll also see there are a couple other attachments. Like any sort of power tool, they do offer a couple other attachments or pieces. There's a blower, like a leaf blower. I think there's also a hedge trimmer. So if you're interested in buying other attachments, there are other attachments that are available. They do not come with this. This is only for the cultivator attachment that I bought. But you can see right there, there are a handful of other ones. Like I said, the hedge trimmer. There's also another edger attachment. There's a pole saw. There's a blower. And I guess this is the cultivator one. I think it's very important to also mention that this video is not sponsored and it's not endorsed, meaning I'm not getting paid to make this video by any competing brands, DeWalt, or any big box store. I'm also not getting paid or receive this product at a discount or receive this product for free. I went out and actually bought this with my own money, so this is a non-biased review. If you guys want to buy it, it is up for you to decide. I'm not going to try to push it or try to say it's a bad product, but I'll give you a non-biased review. I just want to make that noteworthy because I think there's a lot of discrepancies when watching review videos that they think, oh, this person's getting paid to say this by such and such. I did want to make note of that. As with the over 2,000 videos on my channel, I never sold you guys a product. I never sold you a service. This video is being brought to you without any sort of sponsorship or endorsement. So let's see how well it really works. Now, maybe you came across this video because you want to know more about the Dewalt tool, but maybe you also fall into the same category as myself, and that is you own one of these gas-powered cultivators, which seem to be very, very durable when they run, but having it run is 2 separate things. So, like myself, you want to see if the electric or battery-operated piece of machinery runs with the same amount of power as this without the headache of trying to figure out if it's going to run that year. So now here we have the string trimmer that I was talking about. What you're going to want to do, it's very, very simple, is all you're going to do is press in on this bead on the back side, and this always happens that way. This should just slide right out. So just like that. All it did was that little notch right there. All it is that little notch right there. You just have to push that in and it will slide right out. You see it has that sort of mechanism on the inside. That is what you'll have. And then this is your cultivator. This is your rototiller attachment. Does have a little bit more weight, so it probably will be a little bit heavier. You slide off that one cap. That is your protective cap. That is how it arrived when shipping. Or when I received it when it was shipped. And you're essentially just going to do what you just did. And as push that little bead in, it'll line it up. You might need to tighten this one part right there. That keeps this whole thing tight and the shaft won't fall off. And now you're ready to go ahead and use your cultivator. Now, this is my first run with this. I will go ahead and say that actually was pretty heavy. It is not a very light tool. If you have the smaller string trimmer attachment, I believe there's a 20-volt Dewalt, it will not work with this. Also, if you are buying this 60-volt battery that goes on the end, you need the 60-volt battery. It will not run with the smaller battery. I think it's a 12 volt or a 20 volt, and there might be like a 48. That will not fit in here. It's a different battery size, and it won't run. So you need the actual the 60 volt max brushless battery. Alright, so I have a nice little spot over here in the shade where I can show you guys exactly how it looks on fresh grass. So if you're trying to break grass and trying to see how well it does that way, rather than you've already cultivated a couple years prior, or you have a muddy spot that you kind of do all your gardening. This is grass, so we're going to see how well it works on just grass itself. So I did not go ahead and edit that in any sort of way. You guys can see it's actually tilled up pretty nicely. I'm actually kind of shocked myself. That's all your grass clippings. You could probably just, I don't know, throw this back in if you want to, if you have a couple days or, you know, a week or so. That way you kind of reframe, or you keep, that way you keep all the dirt still in there. Although it might not show up on camera, we are probably about 2 inches into the ground right now. There is an indent. It is probably about 2 or 3 inches below the grass surface. There's worms coming out, probably messed up their home a little bit. But in all honesty, that actually worked really, really well. At first, I didn't know if there was enough power, but it seems like there's actually a decent amount of power there. I will say, like with any battery-operated piece of machinery, you probably will have to go ahead and charge this after using it for you know, anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. That was completely unedited. I did probably lower the sound a little bit, but in terms of doing the job and breaking the surface, I think we did pretty good. So let's go ahead and see how well it kind of, I don't know, maybe cultivates the dirt more now that the grass is kind of settled and away from it. Surprisingly, I really chewed it up. Look how fine that dirt is. That is perfect garden soil. That's amazing. Now, if we head over to my garden, which has been rototilled before, as well as has been rototilled this year, all that dirt stuff there was rototilled. Let me just put it that way. There was no grass. All this grass is kind of grown in the last 2 months. So even all around that, oh, it wasn't good camera. Even all, what the heck? Even all around the right side of that board up until the fence line, that was also rototilled. So I want to see how well it will perform with that stuff, because that was done probably about 2 months ago and has been done in previous years. So the soil might be a little bit softer and it might chew it up even quicker. Wow, I'm actually super impressed with that. Now, this, like I said, was rototilled a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. That is some super fine soil. It actually went right through all this rock. Now it didn't bust it all up and break it, but even with shale and rocks here in the great state of Pennsylvania, it seemed to not have a lot of difficulty with that. That is kind of impressive. So if you want to redo your garden, let's say you had it rototilled, you had it tilled for the last, I don't know how many years. This has only been about 1 year for myself. You can probably, and I'll show you here right here in a second. I don't know how long it took me just to do this little patch right here. But if you've already done it, you might be able to do this whole garden in 45 minutes. I think 30 minutes might be a stretch, but you know, if you're not really going too crazy, this is a decent sized garden. I would say about 45 minutes. I don't know the battery charge with the battery that's on there in terms of how long it will take, but just doing that little spot there, which was maybe 1.5 feet, that was, I don't know, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I would say you probably would get very, very tired. Now, according to Dewalt, they say you should wash these after every use. I highly recommend you doing that as well. Obviously, do not use a pressure washer. You're dealing also with a lot of electric and batteries, stuff like that. So you really don't want to get too carried away and start using water and everything, and you know, everything, because it might ruin up the electrical as well as the battery stuff, because now you're dealing with a battery operated tool as opposed to most likely you're used to using a gas powered tool. So yeah, that's my honest review on this product. I've been meaning to make this video for quite some time. I know this product in 2024, that's when this video is getting posted, seems to be on back order. So throughout the year, I know this video will be on the internet for quite some time. It might be more easily accessible or available at big box stores and be in stock from here on out. But if you're able to buy it, you're looking for it, just give it some time to arrive. My honest opinion on it is it's a great product if you're looking for something for a smaller garden, or if you're looking for something for your flower beds. If you have any garden that might be rototilled in previous times, I think it's an excellent product. I think it works great. You don't have to rely on the gas stuff. If it's going to start, it's not going to start. You also have to rely on an extension cord. It is simply a great product. I know the price point of the Cultivator is fairly affordable, but man, see, flies are everywhere. The price point of the Cultivator attachment is fairly affordable, but the power tool assembly might be a little bit expensive. My best suggestion would be to check out your local pawn shops, check your local flea markets. Maybe there's a secondhand tool place by you. That is my opinion. You guys might feel different after watching this video. Hopefully I try to hit some of the key points. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. It's not endorsed. It's not a free ad for anything. I'm not paid by anyone to make this video. It's all out of good fun, and as someone who wanted to buy one, see if it worked well. Hopefully this helps out you guys with your purchasing decisions. And if you're looking to build a garden, maybe you want to buy a bigger rototiller. Maybe you want to say something small for a smaller project. Whatever it might be. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe down below for more treasure hunts, more adventures, more fun things to happen on the channel. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.